better understand. To my heart I must be true. Oh, you're the one that I want. Meditating my direction. Baby, feel your way.
We wanted a moment where Giselle's character is completely isolated, early morning, she's with herself. And then when she's in the wave, it shouldn't really be about surfing. It should be about a moment of zen. Like she's almost inside a perfect wave. And in that moment, time slows down and she's able to contemplate her life, particularly her relationship. And so to create that, I mean, there's one thing to have the idea and there's another thing to create it. So what we had to do that, we had to go and find the perfect wave. The wave that naturally formed a sea like the double C's of Chanel. And a wave like that that could be perfectly formed doesn't happen everywhere. These things don't kind of just, they're not like hanging around waiting for you to shoot them just off the coast, the east coast of, you know, New York. You have to do whatever's required to create the perfect image. So we took the whole team off to Fiji. We got beautiful underwater footage. I was lucky to work with a really extraordinary and gifted surf team. One of the new technologies we used was a tiny little flying drone, which is a bit like a kind of giant mosquito that carries a camera. Now, what was so great about this is it allows you to get the camera in places you absolutely could never get again.
Boom, 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 boom. Yes, that's the number.
I really very much wanted this idea of surfing because it's such an extreme sport. I wanted something that it was the least likely thing you associated with Chanel No. 5. Giselle surfs and is a very good surfer. Of course, we wouldn't have put her in harm's way. But when she gets up on a surfboard, she can do that.
Like a little bit more energy
Exactly.
than just walking.
Experiment with that, okay? I think that's about the rhythm. The more I worked on it, the more I thought also with Giselle. She felt easier to place on the east coast of the United States in Montauk, which is a place that has great surfing. You get those kind of very also modern houses, which I thought was very important because to me the clean modern house is very Chanel, you know, clean lines, chic. And then the idea of her crossing into the city, that golden mirage of a city. The city scene from the Queensboro Bridge, that is a line from F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. I've shot actually that bridge now 3 times. I also used it in the first Chanel piece we did, and I used it in this piece. What was so interesting in The Gatsby, we digitally recreated the bridge entirely. In this film, we shot it from the air in a helicopter, and to be honest with you, it's hard to tell the difference between the two. In that fictitious version of a club, we do a little wink to a European opera. It's very much like a mini European space, a little tiny opera on which the stage there sings Lo Fang.
Meditating my direction. Baby, feel your way.
So it's Baroque versus clean-lined house on the east coast of America, mid-modern architecture, Baroque. We could find those things naturally occurring in New York City. And the other thing about New York, in the most contemporary sense, it's the city that expresses the universal. It's, to me, the crossroads of the world. It's not that Paris is an exquisite, it's the place for dreaming for me. New York is a place to live all kinds of lives. And I think New York is a great place of fiction, and it's a great place also of possibility.